I'm Lamia,
I'm Talita.
and we are Chicken Chill. So today is the Girl Talk video. It's our first ever Girl Talk, and we are tackling setting boundaries.
Yes.
It is something that we all struggle with, and we want to find like a common ground, a way to like find ways to solve it efficiently, nicely, and all of that. All right. So I think the first thing we should talk about is like, why do boundaries matter? Do you wanna talk? Do you wanna start?
Well, self-respect, first of all. It's very hard for you to find, what can I say? Self-respect alone.
Yeah, because like sometimes it's mistaken for like selfishness,
Yes, true.
but then sometimes it's just putting yourself first, you know?
True.
It's just putting yourself first, but then it might come across as selfishness, basically. Yeah. But boundaries are like so important because it protects your energy,
Your timing,
your mental health,
Bro.
like
bro.
yeah, boundaries are so important. Anyways, yeah, so let's move on. Okay, so what are some common signs that you do need boundaries?
When you feel drained by maybe like the people around you, let me say, you're not as active or as, you know, as you are supposed to be or as you normally are. Maybe example, maybe for example, you have friends that are more of a outgoing type of thing, and you are an indoor type of person, and you have been like limiting your time for their, pleasure or something like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
You feel drained at times where you be like, no, I'm just tired of this. You get the point? Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
sign.
I feel like it also goes with like when you feel guilt, you know, you feel pressurized basically, like you do things that you don't want to do, but because you don't wanna say no basically because you're scared of like how they will react to you
Yes.
saying that you're not interested in doing like a specific activity
Yeah.
or whatever. So that's when you need to start setting boundaries where you're doing things that you normally wouldn't do or things that you don't want to do. So that's when you need to see, yeah, boundaries need to be set.
Yeah. Or when you're feeling a certain way when messages or
Oh,
people pop
like
up.
yeah, for real. Like just seeing a text and then all of a sudden, like your whole mood just changes. You get like anxiety spikes. You know, like yeah, that's when you need to set boundaries. All right, so there are four different types of boundaries.
Mhm. Time
Mhm.
boundaries. Like
For
maybe
example,
example, maybe I cannot stay up late. Mm-hmm. Like I'm
yeah.
not a leave me.
Mm.
I sleep at this time. Leave me to sleep at that time.
Yeah.
It's my choice, right?
And then you find there are those people who are so pushy, they just can't accept it, you know? They
Yeah.
try and force you, try to change your time, but like, yeah, they are time boundaries and then there are also emotional boundaries,
Yeah.
you know, where like there are some things that you are uncomfortable doing.
True.
So when it comes to that, you need to like understand your emotions, know like where what you're comfortable doing, what you're not comfortable doing, where your line is.
True.
So yes, there is that.
These physical boundaries. For example, maybe wajola
Mm.
and now umuntu is touching. Ah, what? I'm joking.
No,
Just say,
but
hey,
it
girl,
is
calm
though.
down.
Like sometimes, you know, like me personally, I have a personal bubble.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I just don't want you close. You know, like some people are so touchy when they talk. They need to
Hey,
touch you. They like hug
calm
you. They're
down,
like
girl.
no. So yes, there are physical boundaries that you need to like tell people around you.
I don't
No,
like
I'm not
this.
comfortable with that. I don't want you to touch me. You know, but sometimes it might come across as rude, but then it is just, a personal thing that when you're in your bubble, man, you're just not comfortable with every single body touching you.
This reminds me of like a college.
Mm.
Most people hug and take it as a greeting. Not everyone likes
Not
hugs and
everybody
everything.
is comfortable with hugs.
So
For real.
this guy was coming like it's more than one guy, but I'll say specifically this guy was coming like in for a hug, and I'm like, nope, I don't hug and blah blah. It's like this what guy wanted to punch me after I said that, bro. Like, bro,
Eh,
stand by your boundaries, bro.
yeah, and then like you've said three, right?
Yeah.
And then the last one, it's like work,
Yeah,
study boundaries. Like for example, we students.
Yes.
And then when there is like, let's say, group work, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and then somebody is just not doing their part, and then now they're like, but I'm busy, can you also do this thing as well? So you need to learn to say no.
It's easy.
I'm
Okay,
doing
no, it's
my
not
part.
easy.
It is not easy. It's not, because they're gonna like paint you out to be like this villain, this person that refuses to help and all that. But yes, when it comes to like group work and them,
Let them
if
do
we
their
have,
part, bro.
yes, but then in a way again, I know sometimes it's hard to stick to that, because like when it comes to group work, it affects your marks as well. So you're like, you know what, let me just do it, because if I don't, we're gonna end up failing. But yes, there
But
is
people
that.
take advantage of that, you know.
They do take
I
advantage,
think it's
bro. They do.
I think it's better if you first talk with the person. Let's like act like normal human beings here. If there's no change, bro, come on now. There are teachers, there are educators.
But then that's the thing, though. Like with me personally, I struggle with this boundary. I struggle with it because sometimes it's not even like work.
Yeah.
It's just like a classmate or a friend wants help
Oh
with schoolwork.
yes.
You see, I have my own workload. I'm struggling to balance mine. But I have this guilt that I'm like, this person could need this to pass, and then I say no, and then someone's child ends up failing.
That's not your thing.
No, like it's not. No, but like for me, I find it hard to like set boundaries when it's something that is educational, something that is like it affects their future basically. So yes, I don't want to do it, but I do it because I feel the guilt, like, yeah, so that's a boundary that I'm working on,
See what?
because I end up taking out more than I can handle, because
Yeah.
I'm balancing mine, because like
Yes.
most of the time, like, it's people that I'm doing the same course with,
Yeah.
so I am doing that same thing with you as well, you see, so I need to balance mine, and then now I have your workload on top of mine.
Do you know
So
how
there
we
is
have
that.
solved this problem at our college?
Mhm.
If you were talking in class,
Mm.
we see you're playing here, and you ask me for help, or you say, please do this and this and this for me.
Mm.
You see, you put an amount there. Pay me this. And this is not even lower than
Oh, that's so
200.
nice, man.
It's not
That's
lower than,
great.
and they pay, bro.
That's great, man.
That's how you make cash, bro. Like, sure, my time is going here, man.
But
But I
then
got
you're
something.
benefiting from it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
respect that. I respect it.
Yeah.
All right, so you got some tips for us?
Tips.
Mhm.
So we've jumped to tips.
We've jumped to tips. Like we've covered wipe and meta. We've covered signs, and we've covered the types. So now we need to move to tips.
Honestly, you should know your limit.
Just like I was talking about
Yeah,
now.
you should know what you're comfortable and not comfortable with.
Mhm.
Honestly,
Mhm.
because people take advantage with.
They do. They do. They do. Cause like I'm thinking, I'm thinking, cause yes, I do get taken advantage of, because I do feel like I do, but then, like I said, there are specific things that I do put my boundaries on.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
just-
you will not manipulate me when it comes to emotional, none of that. If it's a no, it's a no. The only part, like I'm saying, is just like I'm like, this deals with the person's future. I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah.
But anything else, you're not telling me to go to a party I don't want to. You're not making me stay up late. You're not talking to me when I don't want to. I put, limits on all that. But yeah, it's just that that one that I
You have
struggle with.
reminded me. One thing I struggle with, man, that includes this, man. You know when you put trust in certain people way too easily,
Mm-mm.
and they know this one trust me, especially something that has to do with money wise.
Oof.
Where you be like, no, it's fine. I know you don't have,
Mm.
but you see this person buying quarters, buying
Yo,
bro.
yo.
You said you
Ah,
don't have,
ah.
and you make me feel like the enemy. But anyways, that's for another day. It's a topic for another day. Do
It's
you
a
have
topic
any
for another day.
tips for the people, bro?
It's the communication, man. Communicate clearly.
Clearly.
Yeah, communicate clearly. Like we're saying, when it comes to boundaries, you should be able to say, "I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm busy." I feel like that's a boundary. No, that's an excuse actually. It's not really a boundary. You know what, man?
Yeah.
We tend to use excuses like I'm busy. Like in high school, I used to use the common excuse, my parents won't let me.
Oh yeah.
That's an excuse I used to use. But I feel
Yeah.
like instead you should just be clear. I'm not comfortable doing that. I don't want to do that. I don't like people touching me, you know? So, because I feel like once you've made that clear, especially like, with the physical thing, that I don't want people touching me, now they know that it's not just you being rude, it's a boundary, basically. Like, no, she doesn't like physical touch. She wants space. She doesn't stay up until this time.
And everything.
Yeah, so there's that.
Sweetie.
What else?
On my side, be constant.
Awesome.
Because if you stay by your word, follow your word. Come on, make it a choice where you're like, I'm not doing anything apart from what I say to you. You get the point. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty, man. Do what you said you're comfortable with. If maybe for example you say, now I'm not going.
Uh,
Maybe for example you have a certain feeling. Maybe at times you have a feeling that this ain't good. This is not going to end up right. Stay at home, bro. There's no point of you going out.
Because
You know yourself.
sometimes you end up getting like guilt tripped.
Yeah.
Like you do tell a person that I don't want to do this,
Yeah.
excuse me, but then they give you reasons like, but I've done this for you, but
Yeah.
I've done this for you, we've done that, and all that, and then you end up doing something you don't want because of that guilt. So you should then to be like, nah, I did that, that's cool, but then just because I did this for you or just because you did this for me
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I should do it.
Yeah.
It's not a back and forth.
Don't give me so I give you.
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
Another one. Do you have another one?
Okay, so we're talking about like your own boundaries,
Yeah.
right? But you should also learn to respect other people's boundaries because it's like how is it? It's like I don't know. I can't think of the terminology, but it's this thing for you can't expect people to like respect your boundaries when you don't respect theirs. You know, just like the personal space thing.
Yeah.
You like you pay your space, cool. They respect that, and then like they have certain things that they don't want to talk about in public. Like let's say this is a close friend. They told you like what's happening at home. They don't want nobody else to know about it. But you are thinking, bruh, like it's insignificant. So what? Everybody can know, and now you're like pushing them to like share. Yes. So when a person is like no to this, respect their no so that they respect yours as well. So yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to make examples, right?
What
Maybe under
what's
friendship, family, workspace, relationship, personal. Get the point?
I get.
So we're going to start with friendship. What can you say? What examples do you have?
An example that I have personally
Yeah.
that I don't like. I'm human, so it does tend to happen. But like I am not comfortable with gossip. Okay, I'm not saying like I'm saying it does happen, I do talk. But what I mean by gossip, I don't mean just like general gossip. I don't like when it's a person that I'm close to. They come to me and they tell me let's make an example. They'll be like, "Oh, Sharon said this and this about you." I'm not comfortable with that because in my mind, I'm like, why is Sharon comfortable talking to you,
You
my
not
friend,
true.
about me? You get
Yeah.
like what
No,
is
that
it
actually
about
makes
you
sense.
that makes them comfortable to talk to you about?
Okay,
Because they know that you and I are like this. But why is it that they can
Talk
gossip
to
about
you.
me with you?
You
Because it
gossip
just
about
means
me.
that you snaky, man. I
Yeah.
can't trust you. So those are the type of boundaries that I said, like, I don't wanna know those type of things. I don't want to know what people are saying about me, basically. Like, yes, I want to know if it's something that is like it's gonna impact me,
Yeah.
but I don't want to know if it's just like basic rumors, like they're saying this one did that,
Yeah.
and then you know it's not true. I know it's not true. Don't tell me. I want to be bothered. So that's a boundary I have. What about you?
Well, on my side, it would be I will not always respond to you the same time you ask for help or you want my attention. You get the point. And I respect that for other people also. Because keep in mind, I also have my life here.
Mhm.
You never know. I may not be talking about the problems I'm facing in my my personal life, but I tend to spur some time to help you. You get the point. Now it should be part of your system whereby it's like, bro, this girl also human. I'm not going to respond the same time. Maybe make an example on WhatsApp. Sure, I'm answering other people, but I may not feel at that moment to answer you. I'm human, bro. Think
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
guilty of that. If y'all
Yeah,
watch my
I'm
previous videos, I'm not
human.
gonna answer.
Like,
So
don't tell me one, you answered this one and answer one.
that's
I
another
didn't
boundary
answer
that
one.
I've set
Mm.
to people I talk to.
Yeah,
Is you don't just call me out of the blue. You
true.
don't do that. Especially a video call. That is a boundary that I have. You're not just gonna video call me out of no. No. If you wanna if let's say you and I haven't talked in like a while, like we haven't seen each other in a while, text me and be like, yo, can we do a video
Yeah.
call? So that's a boundary that I've said that I will not answer your call. So if you video call me and I don't answer and you take it personally, that's your business because I've said it. That's a boundary of mine. That's a limit of mine. You're not gonna just video call me out of nowhere. I'm not gonna answer your call.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a huge boundary that I've set. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have another one?
I don't have another one. Let's move on.
Okay, no problem. The next one will be family.
Mhm.
Family.
You know, when it comes to family,
Oh,
it's so
it's a lot.
sensitive, man. Yo, family
Family.
is hard to set boundaries with family, man. It is so hard.
Because they feel entitled
They
to your
do,
personal
and
space.
you know,
and time.
families they blackmail you emotionally, and sometimes you just end up, crossing and like throwing the boundaries in the bin because you set them, but they don't abide by
Yeah,
them.
they don't follow.
They don't follow them.
Especially if they're older than you. Hey,
Parents, bro, and like like
Yes.
uncles, aunts, grandparents. I feel like it's so hard to set boundaries with those because you could try and tell them, hurry, yes, it's a line here.
And they
But
may
they're
feel
not
you
gonna.
disrespect
They
you
they,
or
they
something.
do feel like it's disrespectful. There's this like mentality with parents where you can't voice your opinion.
Yeah.
They find it disrespectful. They say you rude. You know, there is that. Yeah. But like, have you set a boundary?
With my parents, it's more on the personal side.
No. So.
So it's not something I can. Okay, let me make an example. Parents, their parents watching. Parents, when you're fighting, do not put your children.
Oh.
No, leave them out. You guys fight. Don't include us.
Yeah.
Because now you make us want to choose this side. This
And
side,
it's
this
not
side.
just that, I hate it when they're like trying to get you to support their side.
True.
And now if usually what happens that the one that brings you in this conversation is wrong. And you can't be like, you are wrong.
You are the one who's
You're the problem in this conversation.
so the person is the one cooking the house.
So, you can't. So sometimes I'm like, you know what, keep your business to yourself. You know? Keep it to yourself. Like for me, a boundary that I do put is like when it comes to my academics, I don't want you to put pressure on me. I know what I'm doing. I know I came here to study.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna I've said on this channel before.
Yeah.
I have an apartment. I live by myself. You know, I know when it's time to study, when it's time to do this, when it's time to do that. I don't need you to be putting pressure on me on the phone. Are you studying? When did you study? You spend too much time doing this. I'm old enough to know when it's time to do this, when it's time to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't want that pressure for you should be studying. You should study like this. You should do that. I don't want that. So my boundaries when it comes to my academics, I know what I'm doing. Let me. That's the line that I have because I have this thing where when I'm coming from campus, I eat, I sleep,
Yeah.
and then I study. Usually, like it's hard for parents to understand that. Personally, for me, I study better at night. I can't do it. Like during the day, I will look at a page and I'm not going.
Yeah.
I can't do it. So you find that like I'm on my phone,
Yeah.
I'm calling, and then they're like, "So what time do you study? How
When
do
you
you
are
expect to
sleeping."
pass when you are, you know?" So now my parents know correct. I have a time. You find most of the time when they call, they'll be like, "Were you sleeping?"
Yeah.
They know that I always, because thing is, I'm from campus. I'm tired. I need to rest. So they know that I always take a nap and then I study. So nowadays they don't put that pressure for why are you sleeping? You're wasting time studying. So that's a boundary that I feel like we've actually achieved. They respect that. Yeah.
On my side, it would be family wise. There are family members that are toxic.
Yo.
There are family members
Yo.
that are toxic,
Dude.
and it's ish.
Because thing is, ne,
Ish.
that's another one that I've said. I don't care if we are related.
What?
If you are just bad for me, I'm cutting you off. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm just gonna, because family tend to think that they have like a free pass.
Yeah, true.
That simply because they're family, they can just keep messing up, and you're just gonna keep like tolerating that nonsense. And for me, it's a no. If I see that you're not good for my mental health, I'm cutting it off. And we need to normalize that. Simply because they are family does not give them a free pass.
Yes.
Because family, I find that family hurts you the most. They're like the most detrimental to your mental health. So just because the family doesn't mean you should just give them a pass. No. I always try to voice my opinions nowadays. Be it whoever. I'm not tolerating it. Be it parents, be it what. I try to like voice it in like a calm manner, mature, and explain my side. I'm not to show no, I'm not being rude, but what you're doing, I'm not with that. So try and calm down, speak, don't raise voices because that's when they're gonna be like, this kid is rude.
Yeah.
So try and be like, no, I'm not saying that like in a calm manner. Then I start shouting, family, grown ups. They try and increase the volume so that you listen, but you just stay calm. Wait for them to talk. When they pause, continue with your point. Because we tend to like just stop and be like, you know what, let me just let it be. But if you keep with that mentality, they will keep
On taking
repeating that
advantage.
same behavior. So you need to learn to just keep, don't change your statements because they keep coming, because they will keep coming. But if you just let them go with it every single time, they will keep doing that same thing, and it's just gonna be like a cycle, and you're just not gonna break it. So you should find a way to like communicate effectively without causing too much tension. Yeah.
So we're originally supposed to go to work, but
We don't work.
Yeah, I'll work, but
You
more
don't
of a
work.
personal-
It's like it's a personal business.
like
You're
a
not
personal
working with
thing, so,
nobody.
yeah.
So,
So we're going to skip that. Now it's
romantic
relationships.
I feel like when it comes to relationships, for me personally, I don't struggle with putting memories. But like a lot of people who like struggle, like there is this, what is it called? There is like certain expectations
Yes, true.
that come with relationships, and many people tend to like, it's expected of me, and then you like end up doing stuff that you're not comfortable with because of those like certain expectations. But boundaries people, there's all these videos about boundaries people. You wanna give us the first one?
I would say it's not a crime
Mm.
to have time to yourself.
True, true. Like
Even if it
ah,
takes months, bro, just communicate, like, bro.
not just like months. I feel like
Come on, bro.
there's this thing when it comes to relationship where it's I don't know how to say this without sounding rude, without sounding like there's this way where people think that because you are in a relationship with them, that they basically like own all your time. That like whenever they call, you should answer. When they text, whenever they say let's meet, you should be there. No, no, you're not. It's not a crime to say no, like you said. It's not a crime. Like let's use an instant like a student, right? You studying or like you have an assignment, and then person is like, let's do this. You can tell them for you know what I'm unable to do. Not today. I'm studying.
It's not a crime.
It is not a crime because sometimes you feel like, what if I say? Many people tend to feel like, but what if I say this? They'll think that I'm neglecting them. I'm what? But no. I feel like you should be able to say no in a relationship, and if you can't, that relationship is just toxic.
Don't be
Learn
scared.
to be
Just go on.
just leave because yeah, he should be or she should be understanding that you know
Yeah,
your situations and all that.
Do you have any other one?
For relationships,
Yeah.
I feel like the no part just covers everything, because like when they tend to like tell you to do something you don't want to do, say no, you know.
On my side, it would be. Okay, let me say this. This generation have turned dating or getting like relationships into a sexual type of thing. No, do you understand?
I get you.
So they've made it part of the system whereby if we're dating now, we must sleep together.
Oh my.
Calm down, Bruce. Calm down. Like, calm down.
That's what I was meaning when I said like there's like this certain expectation
Yeah.
that when you're in a relationship, and then there's this thing that when you're in a relationship you like have to sleep
Oh,
with this
no,
person, you have to do that. You don't have to if you're not ready, if you're not there, you can say no, man. If that relationship ends because you're not doing what they want, then that relationship just wasn't meant to
keep it like that. Don't go back to that.
because if it's a good relationship, they should understand your limits. They should be willing to respect you, to meet you halfway and be like, okay, you're not comfortable with that. That's okay. They shouldn't pressurize you into doing what you don't want to do. And like another boundary, like with me, I want my space. So if I tell you that I am busy for like
busy.
even if
you're not busy,
even if I'm not busy and I just don't want to talk, I don't want to. Don't force me, man. Like I feel like we always saying, it's okay to have like some alone time. Sometimes you just want your space. Okay. So if you tell this person that you know what, I'm not on it, I'm not there today, and they don't respect that, it's a red flag. Just yeah, learn to put your boundaries. Tell them I'm not comfortable with doing this. I don't want to do that. You find like maybe they, for instance, let's say they smoke.
Yeah.
Simply because you're dating this person, they smoke, and then they want to force you don't, or they want to smoke in your presence. Tell them, "Corey, you know what? I'm not gonna. Of course, I don't support bad habits, but whenever you tell them that if you want to smoke, please do it far away from me. Don't smoke around me. You see, clearly stick to your boundaries. But I'm not on that. I'm not okay with that. So yeah,
the last one, personal.
yeah.
Personal. Personal. What do you have to say about
I don't know. Because I'm trying to think. Do you have personal boundaries?
I want, like, it's hard to follow your personal. Let me make an
hard.
example. Maybe if I say, yo, guys, I sleep strictly 8. You see me on my phone, TikTok.
I used to have that, like back in high school.
Yeah.
excuse me, if I didn't have like a test, I would make sure that by 10 I'm asleep because I was so into this whole, 8 hours of sleep.
Yes.
So I would make sure that by 10 o'clock I'm asleep and I followed that to a T, bro, every single day. And then when I was in first year, only first year, it never went after that.
Oh, yes.
First year, I was like, no matter what, I'm sleeping at 11 p.m. That's a boundary that I used to have. And what other? Let me think. Maybe I do have boundaries. I think I do. I also try to limit sugar. That's like a personal boundary that I have. I try to limit sugar, like be it sweet, be it what. I limit the number that I take. But a boundary that I failed is with cookies. I just don't have them in my house because if I have them, I'm just gonna continue. Because I used to be like, okay, let me take like four,
Yeah.
and then, but as soon as I finish, I'm going back. So I just, yeah, the only way I can, abide by the cookies one is to not have them.
Yeah.
But yeah, with sugar, I don't consume a lot of sugar. I don't like sweets. So I like them, but like I limit the number that I eat. And then what other boundary do I have?
I have.
That's it.
Excuse me. So, bro, don't ignore your physical state.
Oh,
If you're tired and now people around you are saying, let's go, don't let's go with them because you might be the one fainting there or
because
something.
like
goes
I
wrong.
think because health wise I'm starting to like listen to my body because I didn't listen to
Bro,
it and then I ended up in
listen.
hospital last year. So
Yeah.
I listened to my body. So when I'm physically unable to, like, your body tells you, but you need to rest. You get.
Yeah.
So I listen to my body now. I've cancelled a lot of times on friends because I'm like, not today. Today I just can't. I'm unable to. So that's like a personal boundary, basically. Like when your body tells you you need to rest, you rest. You don't like overexert yourself. When you're tired, you rest.
And make time for hobbies, rest, prayer, meditate, everything like that.
I've been wanting to get into meditation, but I've never. I just don't have the time.
You see?
I just don't have the time.
Boundaries. You
Yo,
said this thing that we have like started following. We wake up, we eat, we go, we come back, we sleep. Wake
it's
up,
like
we
a
eat,
never
we go,
ending cycle, bro.
that, especially for black people, because whites know how to balance certain things.
Us
You
black
know,
people always struggle.
bro.
Because like I sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I've been struggling, man. Like balancing school, all that, it takes a toll on your mental health. So sometimes I'm like, I think I need to like take time, meditate, But then, like I say, I'm so busy. I wake up, I have like 3 hours of sleep, and then schoolwork, assignments, and all that. I'm like, you know what? It's wasting my time to meditate. So I'm like, instead of meditating, let me just sleep. You get so yeah. I have been trying to get into that, but I've never.
Well, we've come to the end.
That is it for this video.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do to subscribe and turn the notification bell because we post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we are also open to requests. If you have like a video idea, you're more than welcome to leave it in the comments. Email us or any of our social media platforms. It's the same handle, Chicken Chill. And our email is chickenchill2@gmail.com. So yeah, you're more than welcome to tell us. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.
Bye.